Okay, guys, so we are going to. I'm gonna give it one more try with the hardcore. I think if I can get to the point of building stairs, a platform, and a box to store things, I will have done a great thing. I mean, that's how hard this game is. Now, one of the things I would advise is looking up the map. If you're just starting out, it's one of those. It's a location. The whole. It's not a map that changes. There's not like multiple maps. It's one map. Everything is where it is. As far as landscape goes. Now, boxes appear randomly in a lot of different places, almost everywhere. Lock boxes are very few specific locations. And when I say locations, I mean areas, not like a specific spot. So, keep track of where you find boxes and kind of look in that area as you need them. You got a wolf over the right there. Now, on modes other than hardcore, you actually start with a gun. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to start making these up. Haven't seen a box yet. Now we're going to also need to turn some of this wood into sticks because we need to make a fire. We're going to need to make a fire first. Something that I learned early on is if you make once you make a base, you know, even just setting down the platform, you tend to stay around it more. You don't wander. And wandering is how you're going to find all those boxes. I hate calling them loot boxes because, well, they don't cost any money. But there's good loot in them. We can actually make the shotgun without. Okay, we need something for that, and we need something for that. But we can make the pistol, and we can make the shotgun without having to have a base. Well, technically, no, technically not. We have to find the rifle parts. Well, unless we found rifle parts in a box. But I think, no, you can't. The only place you can find those is a lockbox. Lockbox has the wall of lockpick. So, there is also the double barrel shotgun. That shotgun you have to have, you make it at the workbench. The workbench is behind the VCU wall. Now, if you notice, high ground matters here. So I've been kind of getting up on top of things to look around, kind of get my bearings. Trees seem to have between 3 and 6. Actually, that's not true. We had one in the earlier episode that was obviously a very young tree. It was very small. That only had 1 on it. Oh, there's a box. See it right there next to the bush? There's another one on the road over there. This one's ammunition. always leery of boxes. Like, I don't want to run to them. I want to look. Make sure there's not an animal close by that's going to take offense to you going there. Alright. In a normal game, I would say, you know, build your base and get your butt killed would be a good thing, because that'll get you to wander back to your body, back to where the bag is. You can't do that in this. When you die in hardcore, that's it. Game over. Start again. A lot of people advocate for going after the kelp or the seaweed or whatever it's... What is it called? It is called... Not medicinal herbs, it's in this. Kelp. It is a fruit. It does count towards fruits and vegetables, so your carbohydrate side. But truthfully, I think the time's wasted in the water. Speaking of water, let me look at this. Campfire is 23 and 4. Okay, so you get 2 sticks out of every one of these, so we'll make that, and that'll make us... And now, we can make our campfire. That way we can put it down when we need to. We need a lot more of this. That should give us our second cordage. What was my first project? Oh, we need to build a canteen too. Jeez. But that's going to allow us to get this once we get enough. Canteen's actually more important. So our first project's going to be to get a canteen together. But I'm actually having problems finding scrap metal. It's kind of the humorous thing is one time you play you're going to be overloaded with one thing, the next time you play you're going to be overloaded with something else. After this chicken, we're gonna have to eat. The chickens you can actually catch by chasing. I'm trying to scan the area ahead, make sure I don't run into a wolf or a bear. He's running to the fence, that's a problem for him. He can only go so far. Come on. missed him. I lost him. Took my eye off the screen for 1 second to look at something else. Did you see how fast the stamina came back? Due to two different things. First, I actually stopped and waited a minute. Second, we've actually eaten our health. We're not hungry. No, we could eat something though. I have not picked up any food yet. Another thing too that you need the cordage for is for building platforms and ceilings and such. Oh, look at Mr. Bear right there. Oop. He's probably coming up the rock. Alright, so that looks like a building crate over there. There's that wolf. There's some metal. There's more metal. Mr. Wolf is not going to be happy about us going over here. What we're going to do is go kind of around it. I think the box is far enough away he won't really care. That leaf was just falling towards us. I thought it was something charging me. Kind of splitting the hairs here, trying to go between the bear and the wolf and the other bear over there, and the nice thing about getting a platform up is once you have a platform up, the wolves tend to leave you alone once you're on it. For whatever reason, it's built in that they don't really want to go near your house. They will come right up to the door, right up to the stairway, but they will not go into it, which is nice. Kind of gives you at least a little bit of a sanctuary. There's another wolf. This is kind of a barren area. That's kind of weird. Remember this? Now I've been on this game probably for the last, you know, week or two. And I've run around and seen a lot. But obviously I don't remember where everything is. And I have gone in and turned down floral and stuff, and it doesn't really help. Not the floral, it's called bloom. Oh, is that a box right there? Or is that a stone? That's a stone. Let's see, where are we? Where are those dang mountains? I think we're far enough away from them that we actually want to go towards them. Is that his warning, or that's he's coming after us? Whoop. Whoop. Ah, we may not make it. That was a big chunk he took out initially. That's a bear swipe, I heard it. I'm just lining up for some of these things to grab, and I'm running out of stamina really fast now. Look at this. Alright, folks. So, I guess we'll give it one more shot. And then we're going to go and start a session that isn't hardcore. When I say this game is hard, we haven't even got enough to take and make a canteen yet. You know, and they had this starter quest, which is really kind of about as close to a tutorial as you're going to get in this game. It's like, make this, make that, make this, and now you're on your way. Have a good day. There's a bear. And as far as spawning crates, there's a bunch of different people with a bunch of different theories, let's say. There are those that surmise that crates are everywhere and you just have to find them. And they spawn and despawn on regular intervals. Well, if that's the case, why are there two pieces of metal right next to each other? There are others who surmise that crates spawn in your immediate area. Like, not within the area you can see, but beyond that. Like, okay, well, walking this way, so that's probably the area you're going to head towards, so we're going to start spawning crates in that area. Whoop. And he's already walking towards us. Did we pick up a second one, or is he now charging? He's charging. Okay, he's losing interest. I can hear his footsteps slowing. Oop, that was a swipe. He hasn't lost all interest. Maybe there's more than one. Crap. We successfully got away from 2 bears only to die to a wolf. Lack of stamina kills in this game. Alright. So. We will put it on normal. We were going to have the hunters, but we're only going to do revenge attacks. That means they aren't going to go looking for us. Because you think the wolves and stuff are bad? How about somebody shooting you from across the lake while you're in your house? And you guys might not have even seen the lake yet. See, this time we start with a gun and matches. Big plus. Well, a match, whatever. We also have, if you notice, 80 hit points as opposed to 65. Oh, did I get a grub tree like right off the bat? I did. We also start fairly close to the lake. Let me see. That would be kind of awesome. I'm seeing a bag right there. I don't know, the fog is kind of annoying. Oh no, we didn't start next to the lake. Sorry, I'm just kind of observing, trying to figure out exactly. Oh, we got a wolf and a bear that way. we're gonna head up a little further. Hopefully we didn't get enough attention. Okay, so I think we're too close to the mountain. I think we need to get further away from this mountain, which means the lake is due east. Now this rock formation here is pretty unique. There's only 2 or 3 different rock formations that you can actually walk under. But knowing exactly where it is on the map, I'm not that good. Oh, here's a fence. Oh, wait a minute, I think I know where I am. I think if I follow this fence this way, the lake will basically be in front of me. I'm not sure of that, and I had my hand on the stupid run button. Oops. We need to get some wood made up anyway. Oh, look, more metal. So the difference going from normal to hardcore is significant. I mean, we even start with a full canteen and an apple this time. We got a bear in our way. It looks like I read the sign wrong. Going for that tree because it's a grub tree, but okay, so we have a snowy edge here. We're going to follow along the edge, the bottom of the snowy edge. I mean, we're going to, eventually we'll run into one of the rivers and we can just follow the river down. The thing about this game is, you know, the terrain has a few fairly unique things in it, but they're spread out, and for the first little while, you're going to be kind of not knowing where things are. Now I'm been playing, like I said, almost a week, and I'm getting better at it. But I haven't found a nice black and white map that prints well. Ooh. Okay, so we got a bear in front of us. We got a wolf over here. We got the way we came over there, so we're gonna try to skirt the edge over here. Now you have, I think, I'm not sure if the aggro radius is different. on normal versus hardcore. I know on easy, all the creatures are level 1. Now that is if you have started on easy and continue to play on easy. They are all level 1. That's a wolf up there, okay, but this is... I don't know where that growling's coming from. I thought there was a wolf up top. Okay, he's following me now. I wanted that case, but I'm gonna skip it. I think he stopped following me. Ooh, a second bandage is always good. Because now we have the gun. It will take most of the bullets to kill a wolf. Initially. Because as much of a joy that it is to have the gun, it isn't a powerful gun. That's a building case, I think. Go around this rock and see if we can get close enough to it without aggroing that wolf. I don't know where the wolf went. There's a few nails. Getting yourself turned around in this game is pretty easy to do. Land isn't flat enough to, or have any distinctive mountains that are easy to ID where you are. Can definitely be a challenge. Like any game though, once you learn the map, it gets easier. I don't believe it ever gets easy. Ooh, now there's a moose. Now, there's a lot of people that would say, yeah, just run. And you know, rule one time you run is if you're running from something or you're trying to catch a chicken. Oop, looks like blueberries. Now, later in the game, you're actually able to build a planter and actually grow food. You can get a chicken coop and keep chickens. Actually, they call it a coop, so I imagine you might be able to keep rabbits as well. Bear on the other side of this rock, so we're going to kind of Give even the rock a little bit of distance. Did I just see smoke? Oh. Things spawn and despawn. I think that was an ore thing despawning, and there's a bear. He didn't rumble or nothing, so I don't think we entered his space. But we're gonna avoid him a little. We're gonna give him some room. There he goes. Oh, and look at what that did for us. Found us another, hopefully, box with a bunch of nails in it. 11 more nails. And the ammunition box I saw, I can still get to. And we're still kind of heading in the same general direction. I mean, we're wandering a little bit. Did a little run there just to get up that little rock. Oh. And there's the fence. Problem with walking close to the fence is if right now we ran into something straight ahead of us, we wouldn't have many options for going around them. Like anything, you want to have options open to you. See all that stuff just despawning? Okay, so initially I'm not going to repair my gun, although I know it's damaged. See how close it is to being broken? But until you get a base, you'll get a new gun every time you respawn. And when it respawns, it'll only have one bullet in it. So loading the gun may not be the best idea. But you really don't want an empty gun when you get into it, when you suddenly need it, so. Because all one shot's gonna do is upset whatever's attacking, whatever's charging you. Yeah, we're gonna go down here. We're gonna grab this box. Seeing anything in the line of wolf or bear or anything? Where's our health at? Oh, we're starting to get into the ugliness. Like that blueberry. Okay, so we don't need a canteen this time. We will need a fire, so let me make a couple of sticks. Ooh, look at that. By delaying to make that crafting stuff, we actually, the bear revealed himself. instead of running for our life, we just took a different route. Now, besides wolves and bears and moose, rabbits and chickens, there's also some cougars. Mountain lions, I don't know, I haven't actually encountered one yet. But they drop sinew. Sinew is something that you're going to need to make rope, which is something you'll need to make a lot of other things. Now those tend to be up in the snowy areas. Snowy areas tend to be a lot harder to survive in because obviously it's colder. Now compared to hardcore mode, there is a lot less animals out here. I have to admit, I've been playing in easy mode for a bit because I kind of wanted to see what I could make. What all was important and what wasn't. Now the recycler is nice, but I'm thinking that we'll see in future videos. There's a recycler, which allows you to take things that you can't use anymore or whatever, and gives you a certain amount of mass for them. There's a mass fabricator, which takes energy and creates mass out of it. I would say you want both, but the question comes down to which one would you build first, and I'm thinking that I would build a fabricator first after a couple of trial and error runs. Well, folks, it doesn't look like I'm going to find anything important anytime soon. I'm going to save in a moment. Kind of log off and give this one a little check, little upload, and then we'll kind of... I'll come back and shoot another video. I mean, they'll be going back on my other schedule. I won't be shooting Mist videos for a little while. It definitely has grabbed my attention since I actually kind of couldn't play Mist because of the video streaming thing. I made this video a little longer on purpose. I'm gonna check the video quality of it before I upload it. Because it may actually just be a memory thing. Something to do with, you know, how much I can record before I have to stop and make a new video. Ooh, Mr. Bear right there. Or he notices us, we're gonna run a little bit. Get some stuff and get some distance between us. Actually, you know what? We're getting kind of close here. You know what? I think we found the big lake. bear with me, we're not there yet, but I recognize this rock formation. This is an area I actually hunt black boxes in. Found a couple in it already. Okay, the lake is just beyond those rocks right there. And it says I'm hungry, so we're gonna eat that apple. One thing I'm kind of upset about, they haven't added like apple trees or anything, so you can't like go to a specific spot and gather apples from a tree. I think that would add some pretty interesting stuff to it. I mean, obviously you wouldn't want to put that next to the lake, so it would be, you'd have to choose, do you sit next to the apple tree or do you sit next to the lake? Nice road through here. Getting used to walking and being able to pick up bush as you walk by is going to be a skill that's going to be useful. Whoa, there's a Mr. Bear. This is one of those rivers I was talking about. Now you definitely want to, I've weighed it, and right now you definitely want your, at least your first place to be right on the water. When I say on the water, I mean part of it in the water. Giving yourself a place to build a dock off of, so you can stand on the dock and fish without threat of being attacked by wolves and bears. So we're getting to the point of the sun setting. I think I'm seeing a box right there. Now you can do things like start building, say, on this beach and put a walkway across to that rock over there. Nothing's stopping you from doing it. Except time and patience and materials. But truthfully, your first build comes down to convenience. We've got our fireplace in slot number 8 there. And we're going to build our first platform. We're going to build some more planks. We can't build all this into planks because we need to save enough to actually make the fire. Okay, so number 7. Number 8. Oddly enough, this will not burn down the place. We are really low on protein, but we have no protein source here. And you can see I put, what was it, 12 fire? So that's completely filled that. And now we have a fire. Time does not pass in this game. So you are stuck. But we have 2 grubs. But we don't have a fishing pole yet. Should have checked before I left the thing to see how many. I needed to bake the fishing pole. Oh, 6. I think I got exactly 6 now. 1, 2, 3. Got plenty of that. I just need some more cordage. Oh, I'm not going to have anything to make the bait on. Well, I'm going to be able to make 2 bait. That's all the... Now, you need to make one of these tackles. This is what you call it, what's considered your bait. Oh, I don't have any. I need another rock, another piece of wood. The only thing we don't have here is time. We have nothing to... Oh, see that blue screen? It just gave me... Just took some damage there. It was only like 1 point, but healed almost immediately. But still. Okay, so I need to make one of these. Which will give me 2 sticks, which will allow me to do 2 tackles. Now with a little luck, we'll get some protein. Well, it's a small one. Now it starts off with giving you 8 protein and 1 fruit and vegetable. Now it's up to 13 and 2. And we're finally at 18 and 2. Doesn't have to go far. You just, there's 2 fish you can catch. You can catch that little one, or you can catch a salmon. The differences are obvious once you catch them. And fishing is definitely something you can do during the night. Only because there's not a lot you can do, especially initially. Once you get floodlights and stuff, you can pretty much do what you want inside. And maybe even immediately around your building. So I think that's what I'm going to be working on, is we're going to go and build straight across here and put a building kind of in the center. Make it easy to booby trap, so we can booby trap the walkway. So when the hunters start coming around, and we'll hopefully be able to protect this place. Eventually we can kind of claim more area as compound, and once we do that, we're going to be able to be within the walls where nothing can get at us. But our first thing is going to be to build a bridge from here to over there. Actually, first thing is going to be to catch this damn fish. Now, if you hit strike and it isn't a strike, you lose your bait. So, like, I've started reeling before and realized, oh, I hit the wrong button and hit the strike, and the fish had already, the strike was already over, so I lost. So you want to be careful with it. In fact, before we build a wall, we'll probably have the walkway done. Which should keep the hunters from setting up near us. Because the hunters will only come out once you hit once you got the BCU up. Okay, this video has gotten a lot longer. We'll definitely see if there's something wrong with a memory, how it's writing to the hard drive or something. Okay, for whatever reason that didn't work. We are definitely going to need some protein to get through today. And I see a box already on the other side, on the other beach. Kind of looks small already. another small one. Now, see how low the fuel got? And our next thing is going to be to build this. So we need 3. We may just die here. Because we're not good in the water and they are. It's okay, our pack floats. And the animal just leveled up that killed me. So that bear is now a higher level. Alright, so I have to locate my little skull. It tells me where my bag is. I don't really want to run too far until I know which direction I'm supposed to be heading in. Because you only have a few minutes to retrieve it. And I lost all that ammo. Because, oh no I didn't. I actually started with ammo again. Oh. After you build the BCU, you don't get everything back. You start having less stuff in your inventory when you start. Okay, so that's east. There's my skull. In the center of the screen. It's a silhouette, but this is one of those times when I'm running. Bear is kind of interested. I'm not sure if he's going to continue to follow us. Two very important reasons I want to get back to that corpse. First, that corpse is within view. It's actually really close to where our camp is. I mean, once I found the lake, it wouldn't be much problem finding that camp, but we spent almost, I want to say, a half hour, 45 minutes trying to find that lake, so. Second, even though it isn't some massive windfall of goods. There is stuff on him. I really don't want to lose. Okay, got a bear on one side and a wolf on the other side. I gotta kind of thread the needle here. Okay, nobody following, and taking a couple minutes actually gives some rest time to my Now the animals migrate. Remember, there was a bear here earlier. And he's just wandered on. Now we're actually really close to it, so I'm taking the time to look around a little bit. Okay, we've retrieved our product. Yep, and we didn't get attacked, we're just drowning. And the box that we were here to get is no longer here. That's a bear over there guarding our little camp, so... bear over here too. There is a box here. Wait. I did buy this video game a while ago, and I don't remember playing much of it. I think it came in a bundle of stuff, like an independent gamer stuff kind of thing. Like it sounded good and it was cheap, which, you know, sometimes if I read a little bit about a game and it sounds really fun and it's under $10, I usually will just pick it up. Even if I'm busy on something else, I'll just grab it and let it sit in my inventory on Steam. And I do that for a few reasons. Obviously, hey, you know, saving a few bucks on a game is cool. But sometimes it just takes the encouragement of people buying the game for developers to spend some more time and money on it. Now come to find out, this is a single-man developer. And this is quite the update that he did recently. Like some drastic changes for the better, from everything I'm reading. So by the same token, when you do that kind of thing, you're going to pick up some bombs. It's going to happen. But you never know. That guy that made that bomb might go on to learn a few things from his mistakes and create something awesome next time. Alright. So like I said, we're going to call it right here. What we're going to do is continue to build foundations and just build it straight across. Should come out a little bit to the right of that point, I think. Just slightly. Almost dead center. This is almost a perfect placement. If that's what I was looking to do. I was looking to... Actually, you can, like I said, you can actually move all this stuff. But you can't move it far, so... But I can put that there. We do something like that, so it's more lined up with that point. Well, that bear took a chunk out of this. 102 points of damage. 102? Oh, 107 points of damage. Holy cow. A little harder to get up now. Oh, which brings me to another point. When you're building things, like the foundation, you can actually choose it to be stairs, curved, and it takes different amounts of resources depending on what you're building. We're gonna need a fire starter too, so I'm not going to use all that stuff up. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't, hit subscribe. Thanks. See you soon.